Good evening, fuckers. We are back with the next Train Simulator Classic request video, and for this one we are taking one of the epic journeys, a true legendary milestone route in the history of world railways. It's up there with the Orient Express. It's up there with the Trans-Siberian Railway. It absolutely transformed the very sort of like notion of railway travel. Well, alright, maybe not, because we are on the Epping Ongar Railway. This is a preservation railway. It's, well, the name kind of gives you a pretty good idea of whereabouts it's located. And the journey we're going to take, I hope you are sitting down for this. We are starting at Epping and our destination is Ongar. Yep, I know. So this actually runs on an old part of the London Underground Central line. In fact, when at Epping, if you were to go in the opposite direction to the route that we are taking, it takes you straight on to the main central line that's still in use today, and your next stop is Thaden Boyce. So yeah, it's still got its access to the main railway network, but this part became disused, and but then along came the Epping Ongar Preservation Society group, whatever, and we have the Epping Ongar Railway. Now, as routes go, it's it's a massive 6 miles, and we will be stopping at all the stations on the way. Both of them. After Epping, we have I can't remember now what it is. North Weald, I think. Then we have Blake Hall, and then Ongar. That is it. But this is one of those railways where, well, for a start, it's a rare one for Train Simulator Classic, insofar as it's one of only 3 that I know of that at least partially appear in Essex, so it is in my home county. This is the only one where the whole thing is in Essex. So, at least it's got that going for it, well, in my books anyway. So yeah, that is the route, and the particular route DLC. It is another freeware DLC from BackDated Train Sim, and yeah, we've seen in previous videos routes from BackDated Train Sim do not disappoint in any way, shape or form, and I can tell you already this is another which absolutely continues that trend. Yes, it's a very short route. Yes, it's one that probably has a very limited sort of appeal. Of all the train routes on the site, this is the one that appealed to me the least, but I still grabbed it anyway because I had the requirements for it. So, oh yeah, okay, I'll nab it, and it looks great. There's no denying that. So it's worth doing a video. Now, our train for this journey is a Class 117 DMU. It's quite a short one, only a 2-car. But the reason I chose it is that it comes with the Epping Ongar Railway livery, which is included with the freeware route when you download it. So yeah, at least get the chance to show the livery as well, and it does look good. So our specifics, yeah, it's summer, it's cloudy, but it's only light cloud, and it's midday because, in my experience, all these sort of, like, you know, well, whether it's a preservation one or a rail tour or something, they always seem to start at noon for some reason. So I just figured, yeah, I'll do that myself. So yeah, that is the setup. Let's get this up and running. And here we are. So, yep, Epping Station. And, well, I mean, just look at it. It looks fantastic. They have done a fantastic job on this station. All the platform buildings and everything here, and yeah, this line, you carry on down there and you will get to Train Boys. It does have a direct connection to the main yeah, central line that is still in operation today. So let's get the train set up. This is not going to take long. Pretty sure that is everything. Yep, we're all good to go. Let's get passengers on board. Now, it probably won't come as a big surprise, considering that, yeah, the route is 6 miles. ETA says that it's going to take us 12 hours and 14 minutes. That's because there's a train that has stopped somewhere along the line. AI trains don't move until you are about 2 or 3 miles away from them. So that's what's caused that. But yeah, the track speed limit, or the line speed limit, yeah, I think it does go up to 25, but that's the top. So we have manual gears in this thing, of course, as we get underway. But we don't need to go above 2nd gear. See from the state of the track around here, this is the part that is somewhat abandoned. We are still making our way on to yeah, the actual entry to the Epping Ongar line itself. And it doesn't take us very long before we get to, it's marked on the route display here, Cooper Sale halt. In fact, there's nothing left of it, but it's showing there where it actually was. So just basically just to maintain the accuracy of the route. So anyway, we are now actually on the Epping Ongar line itself. And yeah, I mean, again, the attention to detail. Yeah, we actually have plenty of the trackside flora, but it doesn't just stop at trackside, it just keeps on going, as is, you know, so often the case with these backdated train sim routes. You know, they don't do things by halves. And you compare the amount of scenery on this route to the amount of scenery that was on the route in the previous video, the Kent run in the Class 67. Made London look like, you know, a small town. So gone through, we would have normally had to stop here and do a token exchange, but yeah, there's no need to do that here. So we are going past the site of Coopersale rather halt. It's just right along here, and as you can see, there is absolutely nothing left of it. But at least the site is, you know, its location is still preserved, even if nothing else about it has been. Not sure what this building here is. It's a fair old size, but yeah, couldn't tell you what's there. Yeah, we have the old allotments over on that side. So the ETA has now fixed itself, so yeah, that train, whatever it was that was causing the hold up, or would have been causing a hold up anyway, has now started moving. On a bit of a downhill section here. It's levelling out now. I mean, it's not really going to do anything to our you know, our speed or our acceleration or anything. So yeah, North Weald station. coming up in just over half a mile. That must be, yeah, we're on a gradient. Well, that's annoying. This is only a 6 mile bloody route, but I've got a speeding error on it. It's not going to be my finest drive on or in this game. I'm not actually sure when this part of the central line sort of like ceased to be used, because I'm sure I remember, I certainly remember Ongar being on the central line map still when I last went into London. It wasn't, you know, it's not like it was decades ago. It might have been a decade ago, but yeah, I mean that still puts it, you know, 21st century. So you have 3 car 117 on the platform. That will get underway as we stop here. You can already hear it pulling away. So here we are at North Weald. You see, yeah, the signs of the North Weald Bus Museum. I don't know if this is part of the museum exhibit, but yeah, all of this is a very common sight in this part of Essex. It's all like farmland around here. So yeah, North Weald, here we are. Right, let's get back underway. Soon be able to get up to a staggering 30 mph. So next stop is Blake Hall. Blake Hall station I think closed in the early 80s, something like 82 I think it might have been. So I vaguely recall seeing it on the London Underground map, but bearing in mind that I would have been about 10 years old at most, yeah, I certainly never went there. Don't really need to be doing more than this with how short the route is. So Weald station has just appeared on the route display, so a mile away. We have quite a bit of a downhill gradient as we approach it. Saying 1 in 214. I thought it would be steeper than that, but I'm not sorry that it isn't. Now it is 1 in 81. So 24% brakes is not enough to slow us down. 34, we just start to slow down, and then it starts to really come down pretty quick. So Blakehall was actually a stately home, and the station was not just within the grounds, it was pretty much right next to it. But given the accuracy of this route and the fact that there is no sign of it at the station when we get there, I can only assume it's been demolished. Yeah, while Blakehall station was open, it for about, I think it was the last 5 years it was open, may even be longer than that. It averaged something like 6 passengers per day, and I think after about 4 or 5 years of that, London Underground, whoever it was who was in charge of it in '82, presumably it was part of the GLC that was in charge of it, they just said, yeah, enough's enough, closed the station. So you can see, I mean, there's no sign of the actual stately home, because, yeah, believe it or not, that is not it. But yeah, I mean, I can only assume it's now gone. Okay, right, we can get back on the way. So our 20 mph section fast approaching. Well, not that fast approaching. I mean, we're only going so fast on this route. So we're still on a 1 in 105 downhill gradient. But, the next station is our final destination, is Ongar. It's just over 1.5 miles away, so we are certainly coming up to the end of this run. I did tell you it was only going to be a short one. And despite how short this line is, there are actually scenarios available for it, which you can download from from BackDated Train Sim along with the route. I mean, the requirements for the route are, as you can probably imagine, not remotely steep. I'd imagine that most people watching this, if they don't already already have this route, you'll certainly have the necessary DLC to get it. As always, I will include a link in the description to the download, and you can check out the requirements there, see if you have them. So we are now picking up speed. We're on another 1 in 100, well, it's now 1 in 104 downhill. It was 1 in 102 for a fair bit. We have a 10 mph section coming up in 2/3 of a mile, and that is the entrance to Ongar station. I mean, I am sure that there is still an operational underground station, or tube station, because it's certainly not underground, at Ongar. I can only assume it's on the other branch of the central lines, you know, out in the eastern end, where you get that branch that takes you to, was it like Hainault, Roding Valley, Debden, all around that way. And of course Grange Hill is there. If you are of a certain vintage, then Grange Hill means rather more to you than some pokey little obscure central line tube station. For me, Grange Hill was absolutely essential viewing. Here is the 10 mph Morpeth board. I guess, you know, applying the letter of the law, they had to put that Morpeth board there, but let's face it, this this speed restriction here, it did not really need a Morpeth board for it. So our route is fine. Impressive viaduct there. I'm not sure what river that is that it's going over. stop by the station building. But there we are. It was only a short run, but that was Epping to Ongar on the Epping Ongar Preserve line in Class 117 with its unique Epping Ongar Railway livery. So yeah, it's extremely short. Probably doesn't have the greatest replay value, but nevertheless, I know that there are some people who watch these videos who like you know, these sort of preserved railways. So I figured that, yeah, this might interest someone. And despite the fact that it is quite short, I still managed to get 2 bloody speeding errors on it, which is utterly unforgivable. But I mean, yeah, speeding errors are not exactly rarities when I'm doing any of these runs, so yeah, I suppose it was to be expected. But there we go. So that brings this video to an end, and we will see you at the next one.